Okay, America, we need to talk, because I just found out that 17% of voters are blaming the wrong president for the overturning of Roe v. Wade. That's right, they're blaming this guy. And in fact, that number is conservative. This poll from Navigator makes it seem like it's even worse. It says that only 62% of Americans blame the former president for the overturning of Roe v. Wade, while the rest either blame our current president, or in the case of 31% of independent voters, they just don't know. The upshot is that around a quarter of American voters blame the wrong person for the fact that half of us have lost our bodily autonomy, and many more are just like, oh. And there are a couple of reasons for this. A lot of voters just don't pay attention to politics at all. Others are confused because, well, Dobbs happened while Biden was president. Either way, everyone should know who's to blame. So let's have a quick history lesson and then share it with a friend, can you? So you'll remember that Roe v. Wade was overturned on June 24th of 2022. Now, Trump was not president at that time, but the circumstances that enabled this to happen happened during Trump's term, before which, of course, Roe v. Wade had been in place for nearly 50 years. Donald Trump ran on a platform of appointing Supreme Court justices who would overturn Roe v. Wade, and he made a very big point of emphasizing that he was pro-life during his campaign. Everybody agrees that Trump would never have won the election were it not for the support of the evangelical and pro-life vote. They were rewarded for those votes when an opening became available on the Supreme Court in 2017, and Donald Trump nominated conservative Neil Gorsuch. Gorsuch was confirmed, and almost a year later, Donald Trump got another vacancy and nominated another far-right, forced birther Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, who was also confirmed. Finally, in October of 2020, the former guy nominated and saw confirmed Amy Coney Barrett, another far-right Supreme Court Justice. Trump then got voted out of office and he left. But his biggest legacy remained the new, extremely conservative majority on the Supreme Court. And in May of 2022, long after Trump was out of office, the Supreme Court agreed to hear a case challenging Roe v. Wade. We all know what happened next. Trump's 3 Supreme Court justices gave the court the majority it needed to roll back our rights by 50 years. This guy was in office, but he had nothing to do with it, and in fact, he is extremely pro-choice. And in fact, he has promised to restore Roe v. Wade as the law of the land if he is reelected and given a Democratic Congress and Senate. As for Trump, his entire right-wing agenda is based on banning you-know-what the second he can. So if you know someone who blames the wrong president for the overturning of Roe, or someone who's just not sure who's at fault, you can help by making sure they've got the right information, which isn't just that this is the guy who promised to do it, who did it, and who now brags about doing it, but that whoever becomes our next president will likely get to fill another 2 to 3 Supreme Court seats. I'd say those are facts and stakes worth amplifying.